Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. As per the usual, I am Cobble S. Cobble. Good greetings and salutations once again, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for coming back. You take a moment, give us a like, a share, a comment, and subscribe. And tell us what you like about the content. And if you like it, you hate it, let me know. All comments are good enough for me. And they're all knowledge building for the YouTubes. But as we are getting back into it, we are at the final world of the old that were started and never finished. So for the time being, we might just focus on one of these worlds, and that will be our starting point for whatever's next. But we're going to go to the Greenhorns era, which was one of the first worlds that I started to build when all of the updates started happening, the drown, the fish, and so on and so forth. So it was a starting point, and it was very interesting to all the different mechanics and the different things to start building it. So without further ado, let's head back inside. But yeah, like I said, there was several worlds that I experimented with, and we're with this one with the natural texture pack, which it seems I like it because it has that natural flair to it. But I believe this leads to a secondary base that I have out in there. But as you can see, not really much to look at. I had to brace this up because there were a couple enemies there that decided to attack me while I was trying to do my monologue and my intro. So, but we'll go there. We're going to make our way into it. And we're probably going to harvest a couple things as well. Like, no, I didn't want to do that. Let me get some of this. There we have some of the, like I said, the first generation of some of the fish. And the first generation of the drowned. But as we go in here, we're going to drop these off here. We have a couple little things established. We kind of make the whole top of the castle scenario. It was just carved in the side of a mountain and so on and so forth. Nothing too fancy, but it gets the job done. Apparently I gotta put more. Thought I put everything away, but apparently I didn't. Fine. But we have our food here, our wheat, our beets. Like I said, this is the first generation of the beets and so on and so forth. And we have our pathways over here. We have just a supply hub, but nothing's actually in here yet because, like I said, it was base. Get things grounded, and there we made some weapons and so on and so forth. And kits and some other stuff. So we go down. To, I believe, we have an underwater. We went underwater just because it seemed a little bit different of a setup. We have our center of the world built. This one goes all the way down to bedrock level, actually. No, actually, no. Yeah, down to bedrock, I believe. Let's go this way. I believe this will lead out into... we have a couple outposts that... we had a couple places to get experience points for. Where are we? Oh yeah, we're way off center of the world, so we're going to go to the center of the world. And there's kind of an interesting base that's been established there. But this one, we actually have a background hidden cove that we decided to make a waterfall in the water and so on and so forth. But it's kind of interesting. But we just essentially dug out to the center like we normally have always done. And slowly but surely started carving our sides out. But go up through here, which leads to a very interesting back area. And I extended all the way up to the bloody top, because this is before I had thought about lighting being a problem. So we just established that. There's fish right there. So that's one of the towers we have set up as a marker for in case we get lost. We got the big channel of the world just chilling right there. So we own a treetop canopy. I believe this is one of our glassed out spawning areas, because we decided to make things a little bit different here. So why not just glass off an entire area for... And falling lava is a bad idea. Ow. That sucked. But this should lead to a particular location in the water where there's... Oh yeah, we also established the end portal right away, so... that was kind of an interesting find. I believe this goes out to one of the outposts that I have that actually has, I have to go actually find out where it's at, but there is a separate base. Actually, this isn't finished. Huh. Okay, that pathway doesn't make a damn little lick of sense then, so never mind. I actually never went to the four corners of the world in here yet. But we have one of the islands over there. We've established a little mini base, because right where it's at, and you see more entrances to the Nether Fortress. Let's check the other pathway, because I'm not sure this way's clear either. But we'll find out. We'll just then take a quick run to everything. But one of these areas is established into a little bit of a cove area. Okay, that's the pathway back to the actual base. So... I think this is the one we've been working on over here. Yeah, I believe this is a clear path. This is one of the expansion areas Well, like I said, it all leads to different variations and so on and so forth. Got lava pools, like I said, we're at level 11. But we kind of made just lava bridges all over the place. Let's make it a little more interesting, per se. Nice little feel to it. I'd be surprised if this was if we pour this one into the Xbox One world and see how it different or the world expands. Be very much so interesting. But I believe this takes this to several places of interest. Like that was an interesting lava. We were going to have a lava waterfall because that would have been interesting, but we decided against it. If we can make it all the way up there, but we can sure in the hell try. I believe this base was established in a tree. Yeah, there's a light up there for some reason. But we're just going to run through the back. Now we got a wizard. Run past his ass. Nope. We're gonna get poisoned. God damn it. So peg some llamas up here. We're just going to run essentially back down through center. Get back to our center of the world. When we reestablish the base, we'll... Ow. Would have been better if it wasn't nighttime, but beggars can't be choosers. So, but we've established enough marking areas, so we'll be able to find where we're at relatively quickly. I don't know why it's super bright there. I don't think that's one of my markers. But apparently it is. But any behoozewits. Maybe we can see our marker over there. zoom back down. We'll head back to the center of the base because there is something kind of interesting on the back side of the island, or where the base is, where we built an enclosure that I believe there's a pathway that goes through there. Let's see, I think it was this path. No, this is not where we came from. This is where we were working at. It's getting confused down here, but eventually our markers find their place. And here we go. But on the back side of the island, there is an enclosure. I think there's a pathway I have established. Not sure. But there's, like I said, we built a indoor pond, per se, just so we'd have an outside entry point come into it. Ooh, that's spawner port. Yeah, spawner port. I got several markers for spawners that I've come across. The other interesting aspect of that is that in the Xbox One, I have not yet still came across a spawner to see yet. But this path there should be a back door to the next area. I don't think I have a tunnel built yet. Oh yeah. And over here we have the furnace room. Lots of furnaces. I don't think they're not full. So then you come down here. This goes to our enchanting room. This will be our storage facility. Oh. Is that the enchanting room? The crew's quarters. Essentially, I've set up rooms for, eventually will be for other players to have their own room. So, a couple things established. This is the wall of the fallen. Okay, so that does it there. Alright, cool. Let's go back out to... Alright, this is the brew room and crew quarters. The enchanting room's over here. Very large and in charge. There is a port outside so you can see inwards. And this is just a supply hub for gear and so on and so forth. Not sure why I didn't block that area off, but regardless. So like I said, these will be the established rooms for anybody else who wants to come join. And this leads back to our secondary action room. I believe that is, yep, this is our trap, or this is just the hole in the ground that enemies, that's opening up there, and the enemies will fall. They will hit the plates, and since those are slabs, they will shift, and then the items will fall into the chest below after they spawn. So here's the water exit. Like I said, we have a exit only door here. Oh, we're gonna go out here to the waterworks, where we kind of made just a indoor water pool. A nice little pool. Oh, I forgot. That's on the back side of it. Just a little nice little waterfall in the center, blockaded around rocks and so on and so forth. Something kind of different, kind of interesting. Just a little bit of flair per se, but that just establishes the water hole, and that leads into the back area over here. Now, like I said, that's an exit-only door, but I believe there is a pathway that goes out to one of the other bases. I believe I have to go find it, but there is a island base that's been, what was the entire concept of me coming down here? I think it was a hold or something like that. I don't remember. I haven't been in this world for so long, half the shit I don't even remember if it makes sense or not, but yeah, that's essentially this base of this layout. Like I said, that goes back into a ready room over here. And other fun things like that. We mostly have open fields over here, but like I said, there is something established. I can't remember where it is, but we have a little horse, our horse farm right here. And that goes into our little back door enclosed area. But yeah, this was, like I said, the last world that we started to expand and explore with, and the first world to see the new new things that they're creating when Minecraft was still getting updates. When I should say when 360 was getting updates still, but. Kind of an interesting spread out, or just a build area. Apparently this is an animal spawner right here. Oh yeah, I have flame aspect. But yeah, this is all just a spawning of animals room over here. Should have done this first, because all those animals I just killed, I didn't get anything from them. So we'll come back here and get some more of that stuff. But yeah, it's literally just an animal spawner here, apparently. But I think there's a boat pass that I have set up or something over here. Let's see where we are. And it's kind of just a throwaway base just to start there because of some of the openings that it was creating for. But there's a lot of animals spawning over here. So we never go hungry, that's for damn sure over here. I'm going to try and run and see if I can find that area. So I think there's it's a water path area that leads to a certain area that I've built up a secondary base just to spawn there because this particular world had, I want to say, 2 underwater temples spawn relatively close to each other. So I established a base just so I could work on those and not have to worry about having to have to port so far away. But yeah, we're trying to do a quick observation over here. This is also one of the ways they start opening, bringing in the extra blocks, the different variants of blocks as well. So it was kind of like I said, it was an interesting world build just to see what the new things were holding in place. And we'll take a quick run over here. We got 1 minute left, so I'm just trying to find where that other base is in close proximity. But I think it's one of the inland water areas. Where are we? We're over here. But at worst case, we'll re-find it. And we'll show it to you probably in the next one if I can find it. But it's in the jungle biome. Oh yeah, that was a really cool waterfall over here too. We get because of how high the waterfall was calling from. Next to one of the villages? I don't think so. We'll just keep going this way, but thank you all for coming out back to the channel again. You like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit the notifications and all that fun jazz. And keep coming back if it entertains you. But till next time, this is Cobble S. Cobble saying, have a good night, and we shall see you in the next one.